From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes gonna let one fly for Robinson. It got his man complete. He's at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's 15. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Exit. Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. D-line. Let's get it. Let's go.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Kill. Set it.
First carry for Nick Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Man, I got you.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Play fake. Mayfield flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
No. Off. Here goes 15. 53's the mark. 50. Perfect.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 43, 15. Undercrush. Yellow. Check three.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Mahomes now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now McCoy. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Browns' 36-yard line. Let's get it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check. Fresno. Slam. Hey, get him. You got him.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check. 15. Watch twist.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, we got to get this. Hey, 15. Charlie. Check. Yeah. 44. Mike, 44. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Yellow. Mike's
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, had to get it out. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. In for the score. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Up, up. 53. Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch left. Watch the screen. Pass. 24 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Regular, regular, regular. King, king, king. Let's go.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield, and he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Mayfield now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Single, slot. Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Kill. Turn up. Hey, 43, 15. Alert flare. He's mine. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Blue Dan.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to run now.
That's it, baby.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
44 is the mic. 44.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
At the 18-yard line.
Mike. 20. 54. Guys, game situation. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set. 180. Check 53. Back to pass. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 53 is the mic. Hey, 27.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, dude. Right there. 54. Right there.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Darren Lee. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Gets this one to Hill.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Yellow, yellow. Come on, the ball. Check 3, check 3, check 3. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Attack, attack. Let's go, let's go. Zoom, fellas, let's go. 53, Mike, 53.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Browns.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check nickel. Regular.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alert! Alert 3.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Good. 180. Regular. Tight end to the left. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Hey, box drop.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Defense all day. Yellow. Check 4. Hey.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow. I'm here all day. He's crashing. He's 0-15. Watch safety creeping.
They'll go again to McCoy. McCoy's got the 1st down and more. Cuts it out to the sideline. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a big run there by McCoy. 52 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Second and 9 at the 20-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Shoot. Yellow. Check 50.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And he completes it to Hunt. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Mayfield. Got it open, then he completes it to Callaway. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He can't hang.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 10th carry now for McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the Browns' 9-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down now, it's McCoy, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. Yeah, McCoy is going to be stopped up short. He didn't get it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th-and-1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mayfield on 4th down. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.